Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is, why is the Qlippoth dangerous? Well, there's a lot of misinformation that's out there because Mentor wants to say this: any system of magic always has an element of danger to it. So that's not just the Qlippoth. That can also be Santeria, Ifa, Lukumi. It can be ceremonial magic, or even so-called Enochian / angel magic. There's an element of danger to that. And I'll take it one step further. This has become pervasive really because of the fluffy bunny mentality that's going around via the so-called right-hand path practitioners. This is what you need to know. If you practice the tree of life, that can drive you to mental instability. But they won't tell you that because it's connected to like Gabriel and Michael and Raphael. But if you try to go through those spheres too quick, you will be pretty much destroyed mentally, psychologically. You can be broken. The reason that the Qlippoth is viewed as dangerous because look who is it attached to: Nama, Lilith, Samael, Lucifer's Rophakel, Satan, Lucifer, Moloch. You get the picture? That's why. So when you're dealing with the spears of the Qlippoth, like Gamaliel, the Garian, Golachab, Doth, Cetherio, Gagiel, Thamiel, and then the last one I went through at the time was Gamma Qlippoth. Now that's a spear of Jupiter that is ruled by Astaroth, the same Astaroth that told me the Qlippoth was my fate. Now you have a lot of people that choose to go do the Qlippoth, do self-initiation. That's not the only way you could do it. Sometimes if it's part of your fate, when you practice magic, you're going to go through it. This is what I want people to look out for. When you have some of these, what I want to call wannabe tough guy occultists to say, oh, I went through these spears of the Qlippoth in 2 weeks. As we said in New York, that's a fugazi. No one's going to get through the Qlippoth in 2 weeks. I can tell you that right now. So yes, there is a danger to it, but that's all forms of magic. Now, what is the purpose of going through the Qlippoth? The purpose of it is really to address the darkness within. This is the mistake of how Chagall or Corazon has taken down a lot of magicians, because they come over there on the astral plane and they come over there with their ego. And that's how they get devoured. The purpose is you never get over your traumas and your fears, but you must address them. Only in addressing them and being totally honest and forthcoming, this is when you can move on. This is where you go from maybe being somebody that was, I would say, in the National Guard or Army Reserve. The purpose of the Qlippoth is to make you into a Navy SEAL or a Marine, to put it in human terms. So when you're doing this, the whole thing is the keys of doing it. One, with the Qlippoth, take your time. You may go through some spheres very quickly, others slower. And then know this: there's going to always be some type of safety net over there, like either with an angel or even with a demon. I've had help with Unser and Astaroth, and even Oribus, the great Prince Oribus. Shout out to him always. He told me you went through all that. So when you're dealing with the tunnels of Set or the caverns of Corazon, the whole thing is all about the dissolution of your ego, your false pride. And then when you address these things and you're able to go over, this is when you go to the next level. So when you go through the Qlippoth, basically you're not the same person that you was. Don't believe me? Look at your relationships that you have now. See, whereas you may have been this bleeding heart that needed people to be around, you enjoy your own time and your own space now, and you don't friend chase. That's what, if you did that then, you definitely ain't doing that now. You're not friend chasing. And you realize that by money being an energy, when you're on your magical path and you're consistent, that energy is going to be attracted to you. The other thing is this: even the spirits or demons will see you in a different light. The reason that people look at the Qlippoth like that, because it deals with chaotic and frenzied energy. But again, angels can do the same thing. It's some people that have went through so-called Kabbalah, the tree, became unstable. You can look at the case of when Dr. John Dees was working with Enochian magic. So don't just put everything on the Qlippoth. Like anything else, you have to be very careful and wary. But if you are really passionate about this and you're sincere and you're really willing to put in the work, you're going to get out of it what you put in. And I also want to lastly say this: if you have a victim's mentality, a woe is me, now that I will say, stay away from the Qlippoth. Because it's, oh, well, this happened to me when I was 10. Oh, this happened to me when I was 12. Because they're going to exploit that over there. Because you haven't dealt with it. Even over there, no one likes a victim. Okay? Everyone has a hard luck story on the planet Earth. Believe me, everyone has that. You, me, everybody. What you do, that speaks volumes to demons and angels. So I want you to ingest that and take that in. So I hope you appreciate this verbal fruit. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.